Alright, what is going on, guys? Got another breakdown for UFC Vegas 70. This one's on the prelims at lightweight. We got Jordan Leavitt taking on Victor Martinez. About even on reach. Leavitt's going to be an inch taller. Leavitt training out Syndicate MMA in Vegas, and Victor Martinez, longtime training partner of Diego Ferreira, spends a lot of time at Fortis MMA too. Or at least he had Fortis MMA in his corner on the Contenders series, so I assume that's the case. But yeah, I guess I'll start with him. That was the last time we saw him. Won a unanimous decision over Jacob Rosales on the Contender Series in 2021, and his last fight before then was in 2019. But yeah, good record for the most part. His losses, split decision loss against Eric Gonzalez in 2016. I haven't been able to watch that one. I looked for it, but I haven't seen it. It was a while ago. 2016 is a good amount of time in fight tape, and before that, he lost to a common opponent between the two. I believe it's Luke Flores. Let me see if that's correct. Yeah, Luke Flores got submitted by him in 2015, but again, it's 2015. So, yeah, he hasn't been the most active, but he's looking good. And in the Contender Series matchup, he gets dropped at the end of the first round. Not badly or anything. It was a close round, and I think Rosales stole it with that. But they were saying on the broadcast that Rosales injured something. I never went and confirmed that, but yeah, he definitely did slow down big time in the second, third round, and Martinez responded well. Stylistically, he's got really good boxing combinations for sure, and he's durable. He can take a punch. Takedown defense has been a little suspect at times. He does have that submission loss on the record to a common opponent between the two, but again, it was such a long time ago. But yeah, he has been taken down a few times in these fights, and his opponents usually seem to be wanting to ground the fight. Against Nico Echeverry, he took him down 3 times in the first round, had him in a deep triangle choke that Victor Martinez had fought his way out of. So he has fought out of some good chokes. That is something I saw on the tape study for that guy, but then really, really early stoppage in that one. One of the more early stoppages I've ever seen. But, in all honesty, it was looking good for Victor Martinez. Every time he would land, it would hurt him. And that's basically going to be the case here. Extreme striking advantage for Victor Martinez, and I would say it goes the other way for Jordan Leavitt. And so, yeah, that basically sums it up for Jordan Leavitt. Good grappling. The striking is a work in progress. I want to say it looks a little bit better, but it's hard to make that call. Against Claudio Puelles, there was really no striking taking place in that fight. It was basically just like a competitive grappling match, battle for position. So if you're into that type of fight, that was a fun fight. But Claudio Puelles just a step ahead on the ground. He is good on the ground, and he was able to get that win against Matt Sales. That is actually the most striking exchange we've seen from. Or no, I'm thinking of the wrong fight. That was Trey Ogden. In the Matt Sales fight, he looked like he was a graduate of the Ben Askren Striking Academy. Just leaving a lot of room to get countered on these kicks. Just basically no power in these shots. He was just looking to get that fight to the ground, and that's what he did. His primary takedown he likes to go to is get the body lock, go for the trip. But, he's one of those guys who if he just gets a hold of any limb, he can work onto your back or work that into a takedown. He's one of those guys, just kind of a blanket. And, he even had on Matt Sales, he just got like a hold of his elbow and used that to take him down. So very interesting. And then against Trey Ogden, his striking looked the best it's ever looked, I guess we could say. It's the only fight he's really been at range, and it was a split decision. I think Leavitt did win. It really comes down to how much you score leg kicks, because he wasn't landing any punches. It was like leg kicks for Leavitt and leg kicks and body kicks and punches for Ogden, and then Leavitt generally winning the grappling exchanges. Got a couple takedowns. Most of them were stuffed, but when it did hit the mat, Leavitt was winning. And then against Paddy Pimblett, mostly just a lot of fence work, a lot of jiu-jitsu in that fight, and he ends up losing. But, that's probably the best part of Paddy Pimblett's game. It's still a decent performance and a loss, if you ask me. I know that the hype has dissipated on Paddy Pimblett, but you're going in there, hostile territory. Pretty much everybody is picking against you unanimously. And he managed to, most of Paddy Pimblett's opponents managed to do this, but he managed to win the first couple rounds. But, yeah, just kind of gave you the overview on Leavitt's UFC career. For some reason, I could have simplified it by saying that the fight really comes down to, can Leavitt get the takedowns? If he can, he's going to win. And I think that he is very live for a submission if he can ground the fight whereas Victor Martinez clearly going to have the advantage in the stand-up. And we look at the odds here. Uh, Victor Martinez minus 120. Money's been coming in on him. Jordan Leavitt now at plus 100. And I'm going to go with Jordan Leavitt here just because of the holes, I want to say. Maybe holes is too harsh, but, you know, Martinez's opponents have been able to impose some grappling, and Leavitt is very patient. You know, he has decent movement. He'll try to he'll take like 2 or 3 minutes to download before he just works for the takedown. So it's not like he's going to shoot right away. It'll be interesting to see if he does do that though. He did that against Paddy Pimblett. You know, just tries to shoot right away or push him into the fence, get double underhooks. I mean, honestly, I think if he gets underhooks on Martinez early and gets him to the fence, he's taking him down, and Martinez is going to be in a lot of trouble. And, you know, it's not like Martinez has, like, absolute bombs for hands. You know, he has good, like I said, he has good boxing combinations. He was wobbling a few of these opponents who were trying to grapple him. Again, if you go and watch the tape on Victor Martinez, he's fought this style of fight before and looked decent doing it. But I just think that Leavitt's grappling is fairly high level, and it's not like Victor Martinez has shown the ability to just get like the flush knockouts. You know, Leavitt, I don't like the way he gets backed up a lot. He gets backed up, and there's just no threat of anything coming back. So, you know, Victor Martinez is pretty good in those positions. If he finds the knockout, I think it's going to be in one of those sequences. But overall, I think that Leavitt at plus 100 is decent value. Could really go either way, but I'm going to go with Jordan Leavitt, probably by submission, but we'll see what we get for props. So thanks for watching, guys. Sure, subscribe, and take it easy.